Hello, everybody. It's Flesson19, and welcome to the patch notes for 1.6.2. I don't expect great things out of this, as I think 1.6.3 is where it's going to be really big, since this was a quick one from 1.6.1. But as always, I'm going to run through these, and I have not seen these, so we're going to get a good idea for stuff, and you'll get my initial reaction to them. Crashes during a load scene, loading older saves, calculating party influence, loading a save with rival gang, abdicating a kingdom, large battles. I had that, but that was in sieges. Rival gang moving in issues, loading a save with incorrect data, declaring war on minor factions, and pillaging a settlement. Made various combat performance optimizations, localization improvements, Turkish and Chinese update, and minor tech. The performance, we have to wait till the end. At the end is the big one. A bunch of new art, animations, child animation related bugs, some agent animations to blend, campaign map, village level maps now update correctly as the village earth value changes. A village mask changes the display of the village on the campaign map by adding buildings and production resources as the village hearth grows. Previously, it only changed after raids or loading of the game. Fixed a bug that caused some parties to get stuck on the world map. That I did happen, but that was at town. I'm not sure if that was it. Prevented civilian embassies from leaking into battle scenes. I think the only thing I had was like birds. Animated sounds for soldiers. Green audio character creation. UI. Clan party member role assignment tooltip now shows the explicit effects that the hero will have on the party. That might be, we'll see. That I'm going to be live streaming the next 2 days, so we'll see what that is. I'm hoping what that's going to be is like what it is with a governor. Before you choose the governor, it will show what perks it gives. Added wealth comparison to the clan encyclopedia page. Added press Alt to compare with item explanation tooltip to the inventory to show the ability of the player. When looting, the left side inventory is now by default sorted by value. Okay, that's not bad. I don't mind that because I do like to see if there's anything expensive. I take everything, and to see the expensive items tells you if you got a good loot item. So that I don't mind. A nice small little change. Added a display of factions that the current selection faction is in war in the kingdom in the diplomacy tab. Added battle size options step between 600 and 1,000, so they added an extra 800. Map rotation QE keys are now bindable. Improvements to the pillage menu option and menus for better UX and narrative. Remove the notable power decreasing effect text from the pillage effect castles. Fixed form-fitting armor perks effect now is now correctly shown in the inventory. Localization fixes. Fixed bug that prevents the hero thumbnail from disappearing when taking them from the dungeon to the party. Cause the option to increase to show up language change. Battle and Seas. The brace feature has now been enabled for spears with handlers of 230 base length and above. So this should mean bracing now works. Clan and party fixed the bug that caused garrison troops to desert and auto-recruit in player-owned settlements. I thought they had already fixed that. The bug that caused lord parties to recruit and disband troops in a loop, that as well. Fixed the bug that caused lords in players' armies to vanish after losing a siege battle simulation. Kingdom and diplomacy introduced the ability to make peace and rebel clans that rebelled against other factions through dialogue. Diplomacy between the player clan and the other clans have been made consistent across different clan types. Changed the minor faction hero spawn chance from 10% per week to 10% per day. Hmm. That's a pretty big jump. Fixed a bug that allowed the minor faction clans to continuously spawn new heroes even after being eliminated. So if you're playing in death and a minor faction is gone, they're going to spawn new ones. Northern Grip Wood two-hander is now a tier 3 piece. It requires 1 raw and 1 crafting. Probably not a big deal. Settlement actions. Just a bunch of bugs. Construction speed to decrease as loyalty increases. Prevented the bribery dialogue. Prevented the influence bonus from getting added after donating a prisoner. Not influence, but sometimes I haven't gotten the relation boost. Player that caused to receive influence after selling prisoners to a ransom broker. Yeah, you did get a little bit of influence sometimes. Okay, quest and issue. Removed the hard conditions that prevented the player from sending a companion to resolve an issue. Instead, the companion's skill in relation to in issue skill requirements will determine the success chance. So, if you do not have one that has a lot of skill, you could actually fail the quest from the looks of it. What I want them to also do is I want them to add skill to it. So if you got one that requires 60 roguery, you send a guy out and he finishes it, he should gain some roguery. Added more reason dialogues to explain why players can't take a quest. Change the quest NPC health in the notable wants daughters found. All right, hopefully they decreased it because that guy's got way too freaking much now. Holy cow. Little sister and little brother now spawn in the mentioned settlement after the rescue family quest is over. It's kind of smart. He says he's going to be in a town, and that's where they should be. Elder brother is now available for creating a party after he. Wow. They're saying that you can make a party right after he is rescued. You normally couldn't do that until what, Clan Tier 2? The main hero's elder brother equipment now resets after the tutorial is over. Decrease the probability of disrupt supply line caravans to select a friendly settlement as a target. Improvement changes to the quest logs to make consistent and new alternate solutions fails a feature. Fix the bug that caused the capture by bounty hunters quest to not fail even if the player had lost the duel fight. So you have to win the duel fight or you fail. Okay. The destroy raiders issue parties to keep spawning if they weren't defeated by the player. Cause the settlement names to be missing in the description text of the scout enemy garrison. Cause the destroy raiders quest parties to ignore the player party when the player was in the settlement with a small party. Kept generating conspiracy quests after the conspiracy had been activated and prevented the relation bonus from being given when an issue had been solved via the alternate solution. Conversations and encounters, various improvements to conversations as well as encyclopedia notification text, improve facial expressions, bug that caused the army conversation menus to use a temporary background and cause some NPC items to disappear. See, we're almost done. Like I said, this wasn't going to be that big. Swap sets of legionary studded harness, improve the speed of crossbow. Wow, that's a huge increase on a crossbow. Man, I do not cover multiplayer as that is not something I normally deal with. All right, here we go. Changes. The chat log window is now resizable. Performance improvements to combat physics. Reduce the CPU memory usage of the game. Audio performance improvements and minor UI performance improvements. This is where you get the major stuff, as I said early on. That first one is not the big one. This is it right here. So we're going to see something major. This is where you're going to have to check it out, which I will check that out in my live test. Kicks can now be interrupted by damage. The ghost camera can now pass under obstacles like bridges. Extended combat AI so that the agents are now using spear bracing and modding as well. I do not normally run through modding as that is something that I don't really do. Okay, so as you can see, that's it right there. As I had predicted, 1.6.2 I thought was going to be very, very small, and it is. there is not much that is different in there. And I knew it wasn't going to be. Now I don't think we're gonna have a while to wait before 1.6.3. I think that is where we could see the battle, possibly the battle orders, the battle terrain system. I think that one is going to be the big one. If they can get those done in time, you could be see 3 or 4 major changes to the game. If they don't, they might have to push one of them to 1.6.4. But yeah, as I said, there is not much in here. You got spear bracing, which I know a lot of people want, but besides that, hopefully the performance increasing will do it. But besides that, there isn't a whole lot to this, which I knew there wasn't going to be. I believe I mentioned that in my beta branch video. It just wasn't going to be. So I hope to see you guys in my live test and that we don't have too many problems. And I think it's probably going to be at least 4 to 5 weeks before we see 1.6.3. So I will see you guys later. As always, take care and thanks for watching.